What's going on YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Ethereum, and we're also going to get into some altcoins today. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin Cash, Mise Go, XLM, ADA, Digibyte. We may get into a few more. I also hope to get out a Litecoin video either today or tomorrow, so keep an eye out on that as well. And what we're going to be doing today is looking at these on the log scale on the 1 day time frame. So we're really going to be stepping out and taking a big picture of where the altcoins are at right now, and we're going to start in here with Ethereum and what's most important for Ethereum. So guys, for Ethereum here, we haven't been getting these big retracements. So back in this area, we were getting these big pumps, and we'd have these retracements, and we'd pump, we'd have the retracement. Here, we've basically just been grinding up here, and it was almost in like a type of rising wedge. I don't have everything drawn on here because I just wanted you to really take a look at the patterns here. But many times what Ethereum will do when we get in these rising wedges, and you can see it starting to happen right now, they'll break to the upside. Typically, they're a bearish pattern. But what I've noticed is in the cryptocurrency space on the 1 day time frame, when we start to get into these rising wedges, a lot of the times when we're in the bull market, they'll actually end up breaking to the upside. And we covered this in the last video about Ethereum. We actually went through the encyclopedia of chart patterns, and we took a look at Ethereum and the rising wedge that it potentially could be in. And now what you see is that we're getting that nice little break to the upside here. What we're going to need, though, is more volume. You can see the volume's been low. The volume line right here moving to the downside. So as price is going up, you always want to see that swelling of volume as well, and we have not been having that right now, but it can always come in. You can see these big sticks, guys. They usually come in about 1 day, 2 days, and it just explodes the price, and that's just the way it typically goes. But right now we're at about 70 on the RSI, and my RSI is calculating 30 days. A lot of people will keep theirs on 14, but I'm doing 30 so that I don't sell out too early on positions, because what I'm looking to do is basically once we get into overextended territory up into the 85s or 90s on this chart here, that's typically when you want to take some profits and wait for that retracement to come back. So us being around 70 right now, typically when we get these sell-offs in the bull market, we'll get up as high as about 86 to 90. So we still have plenty of room to run if we do want to continue this move to the upside. Now on the 1 day time frame, what we're looking at here, I'm going to turn on our moving averages. It's going to be our 20, our 50, our 100, and our 200. So you can see right here, we are still trading up above our 20. So just zooming in a little bit more for you, still up above our 20, our 50, our 100, and our 200. So if we do end up losing the 20 and we start having candle closes below it, the area of support I'd look at is 1,455 is going to be the support area that I'm going to pay most attention to. That was our previous high that we broke up through. But for Ethereum, it's just been more of a grind. It hasn't been that straight up price movement, which I'm glad it hasn't been the straight up price movement, but you can see we've just been slowly grinding up here right in that range. Now if we take a look at the technicals for Ethereum, you can see for the year we're up 774%, guys. So I mean, we've really made strong moves. On the 1 day time frame, we're sitting at a 0 sell, a 9 neutral, and a 17 buy. Oscillator is going to be 0 sell, 8 neutral, and a 3 buy. So basically all of these are neutral, besides the momentum is going to be a buy, MACD is going to be a buy, and the ultimate oscillator is going to be a buy. And the moving averages from the 10 all the way to the 100, we are up above. So we have that nice strong reading there. The only thing I would say is just more volume. We need to see that big swell of volume coming in to even push us higher. And what I would target next is around $2,100 is going to be the next target area I'd look at for Ethereum. So that's ETH, guys. If you like me covering that and these altcoins, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're going to scroll into a few more next. We're going to go into Bitcoin Cash, and also let me know what you've been doing, guys. I've been asking this question. Have you been hodling? Have you been trading? You know, what I think is the best situation is to have a trading account and then also have a longer term investing account. Then you can kind of see what works better for you. Have you been outperforming with your trading? Have you been outperforming with your longer term investing? And then just kind of go from there. And it'll also help you learn when to take profits if you're practicing your trading, because everybody's going to have to be a trader at some point, because there's going to come a time when you need to take those profits and you want to be able to take them at the best position possible. Okay, so that's why it's important to learn this stuff. So for Bitcoin Cash, we're at $739 right now. You can see we broke through previous resistance. We want these to become support. So for me right now, the support levels would be roughly around, we look at $677 for support, and then it would be down around $631. So those are going to be the two support areas that I'm looking at. Overhead resistance area would be about $793 to the upside. And what we're just waiting to see is if this is something where we just move sideways a little bit longer and then we get that next pop to the upside. The RSI is at 68, so we are not in that overbought condition. And what you can see for Bitcoin Cash, it's much behind even Ethereum here. So this is the big picture of Bitcoin Cash. And you can see we're trading up above the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200 right there. But this was our bear market here. Now you can see this blue or this teal trend line. That's what's most important. We want to keep these higher highs and higher lows coming in. That's what's most important for us. But I mean, guys, we're not even back to the top like how Ethereum is. A lot of these altcoins, they're still very undervalued in my opinion in terms of what they're doing on the charts here. Okay, this is a coin that before was up to $4,000, I do believe. Let's see, the top was about $3,997. Right now, we're sitting at about $739. So that kind of shows you where we're at in the altcoin cycle right now. Besides Ethereum, we're just looking at the other altcoins, and what you'll see is that we're a little bit behind. We're more in just that optimism stage of the Wall Street cheat sheet, in my opinion. So 68 on the RSI right there. Things are looking good. Just got to hold those areas that we were talking about. So that's going to be Bitcoin Cash. The next one we're going to take a look at is OMG. This is one I've been invested in, guys. Like I've told you before, I really believe it's undervalued still. In my opinion, I think it's going to help with the Ethereum problem that we've been dealing with, just how high the fees are and everything. I think OMG can be a player in the space to really help that situation out for Ethereum. But what you can see here is we're obeying this teal trend line. That's what I'm going to be paying most attention to, this uptrend line. We're up above our 20, our 50, our 100, and our 200. Most important thing for us next would be to get up above about, we'd say $7, the round number, and then it'd be up to around $8.16. It's going to be the overhead resistance than our previous $10 that we did end up hitting. And last time we did hit that $10, the RSI was up around 91. So like I said, that's typically when you want to take some profits, because most likely you can see how much we retraced from here. And just to give you guys an example of this and why I take profits and why I try to swing trade. So from the top at $10 to where we ended up going for our bottom there, down almost 80%. So that's the importance of when things go straight up, take your profits. And if you want to continue in the coin, wait till it retraces a little bit. There's always going to be these retracements. This one back here was around 30 or 40%. It's just the name of the game, guys. But for me, this is one with 140, I believe it is, 140 million total market cap or supply for OMG. I think that's a great thing as well, because I like to have those lower cap coins. You guys know that. I talk about it all the time. So for OMG, we need to get over about $10. That'd be a big psychological area for us. If we can get up above that, the next area would probably be up around $14.58. We still have a lot of work to do, but it's nice that we've changed that trend. You can see from that nasty, wicked downtrend to our uptrend now. It's all about the trends. So in the longer term here, we're in that uptrend. If we get into the technicals for OMG, let me know if this one you've been trading or investing in, if you've kept your eye on it, if you've held all this time. And guys, it also has a lot of name recognition, is why I like it as well. A lot of people from the past have talked about OMG and the potential that it could have. So this one that could spark some fire down the road here. So what you're seeing is on the 1 day time frame, a 1 sell, 10 neutral, 15 buy, oscillators 1 sell, 9 neutral, and a 1 buy. So right now our sell is going to be a momentum, MACD level is going to be a buy, the rest is going to be neutral. Our moving averages, we are all throwing a buy because we're up above them. But this is the lifespan here on the log scale of Omise Go. Okay, and then if we ever get up above that $30, guys, it's those blue sky breakouts, and that's when things can get really exciting. Okay, so that's OMG. Let me know if you're here for that download. Next one, we're going to go into XLM. Zcash been doing well, up about 180. Just to let you know, Neo's about $50 now. That's great. Dash killing it, $328. So let's take a look at XLM, and then we'll also do Link. I forgot to throw Link in there as well. I know a lot of people want to see that. So let's take a look at XLM at 52 cents. And remember, this is on the 1 day time frame. We're just going to scoot back here, take a look at this. So guys, according to this chart here, we're basically up around that high that we have put in here for XLM. So what we need to do is break up above about 57 cents, and we could have nice room to run. I'd look around 60 to 65 cents would be the area. What I'd also do is pay attention to this trend line here, and what we're going to do is try to get as many touches as possible. So this would be a trend line here that I would want to pay attention to, right in that range. Then you can draw another one here as they continue to move up. We've gapped pretty hard away from this trend line, so be aware of that. But XLM is one. When it really runs hard, it runs hard. You can see back in here we went from about 1 cent all the way up to around 52 cents, and that was just in a couple of days. So that's what's possible in this space, and that's why we're in this space. We're still up above our 20, our 50, our 100, and our 200 moving average. We would want to hold roughly as support. We wouldn't want to drop much below about 42 cents is going to be the range for us. You can see the RSI sitting at 67, so we're not overbought. We potentially could get that next little kick to the upside. And when we have been having these retracements, they're typically back onto the 50 or the 100. So this is something, if you're looking for XLM, I would wait for some type of retracement, put buy orders in around 35 cents. You can put them in around 27, 28 cents. If you miss them, it's okay. But if you end up getting them on a long wick there, it can be very beneficial for you. So let's continue to watch the volume. That's going to be very important for us for XLM. Then we're going to take a look at the technicals. We have a 1 sell, 9 neutral, 16 buy oscillators, 1 sell, 8 neutral, and a 2 buy. So a lot of neutrals. We have an awesome oscillator as a buy. We have momentum as a sell, and MACD level as a buy. All the moving averages are going to be a buy. And remember, all this is on the 1-day time frame. So these candles, we are looking at 1 day. Okay, next one we want to get into, let's do Link. Link's going to be up at $36 right now, looking really strong. $36.28. So for Link, still up above our 20, our 50, our 100, and our 200. That's looking good. We are at 68 on the RSI for the 30-day there, so we're not in that overbought condition yet. Still could have more room here. The nice thing about Link, if we can get over this 36, we'll call it 24, 25, right in that range, it's blue sky breakouts again for Link. Main thing is going to be the volume. You can see the volume graph here going down, the volume line going down. We need that swell of volume to continue to make that strong move to the upside. In terms of support, let's look at about the 20 EMA there, and that's going to be around $30.25 is going to be the area of support I'm looking at. But you can see for Link, guys, this is the lifespan to Link here. And what I do believe is it looks like the beginning of Ethereum a little bit. I mean, if we really start making some big moves out of here, we can start looking at some of those higher levels like that round psychological number of $50. That's definitely a possibility for Link down the road here, even some higher levels. But we've been having higher highs and higher lows coming in on the macro sense. So keep an eye out there for Link. Guys, you like me covering that? Let me know down low. Let's see here. Let's take a look at ADA. ADA is at $1.11. That's amazing. You can see really strong moves here. The RSI is up around 81, so I want you to be aware of that, getting into some of those higher numbers where some people take profits, typically up around that 80 or more. People will start getting interested in taking some profits, but this has been a beautiful move here, guys. Up above the 20, 50, 100, and the 200 there. In terms of support, our volatility stop right now is roughly at about 79, 80 cents, right in that range. And that's going to correlate right around this 20 EMA, if you can see that there. Okay, volatility stop is going to be at 92 cents. So what that's saying is if you're playing this on the 1-day time frame, you would put your stop right around that 92 cents, that volatility stop. And if you're an ADA, let me know down low, guys. This one I haven't been in just due to exchanges and different things like that. It's not on any exchange that I necessarily trust the most right now, so I've missed out on this one. But obviously, I've gotten in on quite a few others. So if you've been a part of this, congratulations. I mean, guys, this was all the way down at one point in March, down around 2 cents, and now it's up to $1.10. Those are incredible gains. Okay, so never be afraid as well as this price is going up here. Just put those trailing stop losses in case it starts to reverse on you. You always want to lock in profit. It's going to be very important for you. Okay, so that's going to be ADA. Next one I wanted to take a look at was Tezos. And Tezos, if you step back, I mean, guys, what I always liked about Tezos, we talked about this for quite a long time, this big rounded bottom on the 1-day time frame. That's what you're looking for. And now if we can get up above roughly, call it $5.90, it's blue sky breakouts there for Tezos, which is really important because when that happens, guys, you've seen it with Bitcoin. It went from $20,000 all the way up to over $50,000 once you get those blue sky breakouts. I mean, it's really important for us. And you can see last time we broke out, we back tested. Now we're trying to get going again. We need that heavy volume. That's going to be the key. The RSI is at 66.88 right now. So we have room up above the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200 moving average there. So this is one, you know, if you're a longer term investor, just continue to hold to see if we can break through that. If you're not in a position, I would potentially wait to see if you can get some at a lower price because we get these really long wicks here. I'd put some buy orders down around $3.49, potentially even at that $4.24, right up in that range, and then probably around that $4.50 is what I'd be looking at But the key is, guys, is being in these things when they're rounding, like down in here, how we talked about for quite a long time. And really go through the charts and look for that. Look for those rounded bottoms where they're starting to round out, because many times they'll just keep moving to the upside, and they can be huge plays for you. But, I mean, that's basically the lifespan of Tezos right there. So things could definitely get exciting down the road. So that's going to be Tezos, and obviously that's not financial advice, and I wanted to finish up here with Digibyte. Digibyte, amazing moves. We are up around 8.5 cents right now. Main thing, we'd want to hold up above our 20 EMA, which is going to be at 0.06118. So that is going to be our first support area that we'd pay a lot of attention to. If we go below that on a quick wick or anything, we'd look down to 0.04501. And the reason I'm looking at these areas, guys, is because you can see these long wicks. When it happens and we start to sell off, it's very aggressive in coins like Digibyte. Same deal as when we pump. Okay, so just be aware of that. Let me zoom out here. And guys, I guess this is about the chart I have. So those are the main areas that I'd look at for support, overhead resistance. Let's see if we can get up to around 10 cents, that big round psychological number of 10 cents. The volatility stop right now is going to be at 0.07 is what we're going to be looking at. And if we get into the technicals, we have a 1 sell 9 neutral and a 16 buy, oscillators 1 sell 8 neutral, and a 2 buy, moving averages 0 sell 1 neutral, and a 14 buy is what we're looking at there. So I hope you guys are in some positions here. You've been playing these moves, letting some ride while trading. I think that's one of the best things you can do. If you get something from this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless each and every one of you. Have a wonderful weekend.